Welcome, everybody, to another special episode of FYC TV Review. I'm your host, Gagne. With me, my partner in crime, Naldo. How are you, buddy?
How's it going, sir? How's it going,
Uh,
everybody?
yeah. We're excited. We're back for episode 5 of She-Hulk.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
This one was rough.
it's getting rougher.
Yes, it's really bad. It's really bad. I can't take it anymore, man. I really can't take it anymore. We're in the 5th episode and I am not getting anything but fillers and tongue-in-cheek moments, and I'm kind of giving up on it.
Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm searching for the good in it, and I don't really have a lot of good other than, again, I'll continue to say, like, I like the actress. I like Tatiana Maslany. I like the idea of doing a She-Hulk show. I don't like spending 30 minutes watching side characters go try to find someone to make her clothes and come across, people who are selling knockoff Avengers merchandise. It's become more camp than I'm comfortable with, and I don't think anything's really happening, and so it just doesn't feel like it's worth doing if you're not going to do it semi-serious. I don't know. I'm kind of struggling to just see where they're going with this, and why they're doing it. What does it matter? Like, there's no circumstance that I'm like, man, I hope She-Hulk really joins some fight later on down the. I don't know. I'm lost.
Yeah. It's not like we're rooting for her to win this case against the trademark name She-Hulk against Titania. It's dumb. You're making a full episode about this person suing her for using She-Hulk name. It's awful. There's nothing to it.
Yeah, that's the thing about that. And so, like, that's not, as a joke that works. As a plot, it doesn't. Like, that's the whole plot of this episode is she's fighting Titania in court. And yes, we know this was, like they said, it was going to be, attorney at law. But look, that's got to be the side stuff. That's got to be the, like, oh, and funny, haha, Titania is now suing her for the She-Hulk name. It's not a whole episode. Like, shorten this down. This is like background noise that you're presenting as, your primary driver for this series, and I don't understand why.
Yeah. Did you notice the scene where she was supposed to transform back into Jennifer Walters and then back into the Hulk, and it gets cut off? And I'm thinking, does Disney not have enough money to show us that full transformation? I felt like it was so cheap.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of start to see it, and then they instantly cut away. And I'm sure it's expensive to do that. And that's the other thing, is just I'm struggling with how she looks on screen. I've heard numerous other people bring this up as well. It's like, can you not just get an actress who's tall and shoot wide shots, and, like, maybe not have this up close? Because there's that scene where they're coming out of the courthouse and it's focused on Jen walking down the stairs as She-Hulk, and it looks bad. It looks bad. I've seen online deep fake things that look so much better than this. Like, if you're not going to do it, or you're going to do it, just find trickery to make it look better. Lou Ferrigno looked better as
I was going to say, like, Lou Ferrigno looked good doing it.
This is, just from the 80s. I'd rather see that I'd rather see her in makeup and on stilts or something than to see the CGI anymore. I don't know. I'm struggling to see the why of the show. And you can call me a hater. It's not because it's a female character. I actually really loved Miss Marvel. I thought it was charming. I thought it had a good story. I thought it was well created and thought out. This feels like we rushed it. We are just adding to it because we have Disney Plus, because we have Marvel, because we can't keep putting out Iron Man stuff. So what do we do now?
I mean, it does feel rushed. You're right. I feel like the writing is lazy. I mean, you get a show like WandaVision and the storytelling is so good and intriguing, and you get a character like She-Hulk. You could do something with it, but you're just giving me campy stories day in and day out. And who is this audience for? Who's the target audience? Because surely I'm done. I can't watch it anymore. I don't want to see her going on dates and winning cases against her She-Hulk name and bring her dates to court as witnesses. I'm sorry, it's garbage. To me, it's garbage. I can't stick with it anymore. I can't. And normally I give a new show about 3 episodes before I start realizing if I like it or not.
Yeah.
We gave this 5 episodes. 5 whole episodes and there is no action. There's no good story. She doesn't fight. She fights these little fights and that's it. Sorry.
Yeah, I struggle with a lot of shows when the continuity of what you're trying to tell as a story is dragged out, to twice the amount of filler that you need. You had brief, moments of like fighting the guys in the street and who's behind that. Yeah. And then it disappears for 2 whole episodes now that we haven't even gone down that road of like explaining what happened here. Like, it's bad. Like I generally speaking, can get behind most Marvel stuff. This is bad. Marvel. Like I just, it's not something I felt that was needed. I don't want it connected. It's like, let's jettison this and not keep it part of the MCU. And at this point now I'm starting to lose my taste for, where they're going with any of this stuff. Like, don't bring the exciting Wong character into this if you're just going to make him a comic relief. We talked about that last week. Like,
yeah,
thank God he's not back this week to, be the butt of every joke. But like, I keep waiting for something to happen and nothing's happening. So
nothing, not one thing. We do get that one little scene where we see the guy who's making her clothes put the Daredevil hat in the box, and that's it. Okay, I just like, even that could not save me from keeping watching this show. I couldn't. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't sit here and watch the show day after or week after week, nothing happening. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'd rather just go watch something else. It's dumb. It's stupid. I'm sorry. I'm mad.
Yeah, and the characters are just not. I don't know. They're not written great. You're right. It feels like lazy writing. It's just like every bad trope you can think of like romantic comedies where the fish out of water has such a hard time dating. It like they regurgitate it in this episode by having them paraded out on trial, and it's rough. It's I think we're done.
Okay. I mean, the best episode was episode 2, where it wasn't a whole lot of action, but her character was developing in a way that was intriguing. You saw her family, you saw the struggle she was going with. That episode was pretty good. And then they ruined it with the rest of the episodes. So absolutely, just like I tell my kids, absolutely no more. We're done. We're absolutely done with this show.
There is that old adage, if you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. And I think this is time for us to shut She-Hulk down. Episode 5, we made it 5, and I just don't think we can keep beating this dead horse any longer and try to find the good in it. I'll find clips online and maybe figure out what happened at the end of it, but I just can't watch it anymore.
Yeah, we're done. Sorry, this is it. We're stopping at the 5th. We'll figure out what we'll do next. What are we doing next? What show could we do next?
Andor is coming up.
Andor. We'll do Andor.
It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
I'll keep it.
We'll leave it at that. Yeah. It looks good. Okay.
Yeah, we'll give that a shot, and we're going to shut it down on She-Hulk. We'll be back, soon with another classic film, because that seems to be our bread and butter. But for She-Hulk, this is it.
Man, I feel like pouring out a 40 for this show because it's over.
That's what we're going to go do now. Okay. This show's over as well. I've been your host, Gagne. With me, as always, my partner, Naldo.
Have a good one, everybody. If you want to stick with this show, go for it. Let us know what you thought of episode 5. But I have a feeling that nobody liked this episode.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're losing it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Until next time.